Back live. Warriors 1st and 10. We did have an injury. Kind of delayed things. Warriors with a first down after that measurement. 1st and 10 at the 38. Barbian throwing deep. In and out of the hands. Good defensive play, running step for step. Jameel Gordon had a small window opportunity to catch it. Perfectly placed ball. But again, step for step defense by Andrew Redditt. And indeed, he did there.
I knew that was coming.
Well, sometimes they set themselves up. Now we're going to get a 5-yard procedure penalty. We'll back it up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Number 67, 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
That gave you a good indication of the wind on the field. Could hear the referee's microphone. Second and 15. Green to the left of Barbian. Throw left side. Looks like a miscommunication there. Is behind Gordon. He immediately looked to the bench as if to say, I had this. Guess we'll see. Turns into an incomplete pass, and it's 3rd and 15. Just underway here at Robbie Stadium. Third and long. Barbian throws. He hits Gordon. Nearing the 50 and still on his feet. Crossing the 50 into Muskie territory. 25-yard gain and a Warrior first down. Some missed tackles on that one, and Gordon just stayed on his feet. Fought his way all the way to the 42. 1st and 10. Quick snap, get it to Green. Runs right side. Picks up 5, 2nd and 5. Well, Gary, we've talked about it. Get the ball to your playmakers and go from there. Definitely did that there for Gordon on that 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, it's not super complicated. I mean, you want to get the guys that can create, and Travion is one of those guys. Like, he's a dude, you know. He's a dude.
Turn handoff. Stiff arm. He's got nowhere to go. Keeps rolling, but down he goes. Look like they're going to call it no gain. 3rd and 5. We'll call it 3rd and 6. May have lost a yard on that one. Handoff, Green. Gets to the 35. We're going to be short. Now you're in that in-between, so you're going for it. I think you ran it there knowing you're going to go 2-down territory. Or 2-play, 4-down territory. Too long for a field goal. Even with the wind, as they're into it here. Reminder, it's out of the northwest, so it is blowing at the offense right now.
Big play early.
Barbian back to throw, looking. In and out of the hands of Gordon. Great coverage once again. Shamond Oliver with the coverage. And the Muskies get a stop, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Well, they did what the Warriors kind of did last week, Ed. I mean, bend, don't break their defense. You know, when it came up 4th down, they made the play. Good coverage by Shimon that time. So
one thing to note, Barbian, when he's been back to throw, has had plenty of time no pass rush. And I think that's something that's going to allow this offense to really pick and choose what they're going to do. That front line doing their job yet again. Muskie's first play, throwing. Overshot the receiver, did Robert Michael. Michael, the sophomore from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. 2nd and 10, Muskies. There's a shot of the crowd. We had a lot of people asking for those last week. Inside handoff. Nowhere to go but backward. Great pursuit by the Warrior defense. Loss of 1, 3rd and 11. Yeah, we had many people reach out about the crowd shots last week. You know, people want to see themselves later on.
And their friends and family who are here too.
That's right. 3rd and 11, rolling left side, throwing it up for grabs, and through the hands.
Boy, the Warriors got a break there. That was a great rollout and just dropped it right in there. You got to make that catch.
J-Tron Beverly had it drop right through the hands.
Boy, the Warriors dodged a bullet that time, Ed, because it was dropped in just beautifully. Hey, at halftime, we're going to show our pregame show. We had some issues in pregame production, so we'll show that at halftime today.
Muskie's to punt. They get it away, but we're going to get a run in it. It's coming back. Oh. The referee threw the flag, and it literally was caught by the face mask of the punter, Ben Garcia. This is going to come back. You're going to get 15 yards. Muskie's going to retain possession. Warrior defense going to have to go back on the field after this 15-yard penalty. Also moves them into Warrior territory.
Well, they dodge a bullet, then they shoot themselves in the foot.
Which is what they avoided last week.
Erica Rogers checking in from Georgia, watching today.
Michael back on the field. We'll see if they try the running game. Although the play action, throw, left side. Wrapped up immediately after about 1.5 yards, maybe. Again, Coach Tresky, these two teams mirror each other. Coach Tresky coming from the Lakeland staff. He knows this group.
Yeah, you mentioned at the pregame show, which you guys will see at halftime, Ed. Just, it's more than just a game with him and Colin. I mean, they coach together, so they're friends, and he said he roots for them except for the time that they're playing each other.
Of course. And you know, as we said in the discussion, football brings them together, but overshot the receiver. Football brings them together, but it's just a collection of guys that just, you know, care for each other. Caleb Basaw, the overextended receiver there, and it's 3rd and 9. Another 3rd and long for these teams. 9:19 remaining here, first quarter. Run it, right side. Taking it all the way down to the 43. Nice gain. Gain of 6. It's going to be 4th and 3, and I think, again, you're going for it here.
I think so.
I think it's the same situation. Run this, knowing you're going to do the 4-down territory.
Don't be surprised to see Michael roll out here. Maybe it's an RPO.
Yeah, he may keep it. We haven't seen that. Coach Tresky talked about his running ability. Nope, straight handoff up the middle, and the Warrior defense collapses on the running back. Nowhere to go. Turn it over on 4th down.
I don't know. I mean, with 4th and 3 with a guy like Michael, I mean, you know, I want the ball in his hands. See if he can kind of create here and make something happen. Roll out, and if you got the edge, take it. If not, pitch it.
They gave it to Beverly, and he got wrapped up immediately. And the Warrior defense holds. And the offense has good field position at their Own 44. First and 10. 8:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Beautiful sunny day, cool, about 40 degrees, literally 40 degrees cooler than last week on that field. Here's Green running right side to midfield where he's wrapped up. Into Muskie territory, they're gonna mark it inside the 50. Second down. Second and 3 after that 7-yard gain. Give it to Green left side this time. First down and more. As he takes it down to the 34. First and 10, Trayvon Green. You know, we talked about Trayvon last week. We talked to him before the season. This is a kid that just loves the game, is willing to do anything. He switched from receiver to tight end, now to running back. I mean, Trayvon, he's defining the term team player.
Well, he's got that cool confidence about him, which I really like. I mean, you know, he doesn't have to talk. I mean, he's cool. Everybody knows that, and he can make plays.
Play action, left side, caught. Spinning, still on his feet, driving to about the 42.
Emmett was running uphill on that one. There was a lot of defenders in the area.
Emmett Hawkins, the Emmett that he's referring to, picked up 3, second and 7. Emmett becoming more and more involved in the offense each week. From Cudahy, Wisconsin, the 6-foot freshman. Trips left, Green left. And we're going to back it up 5 more. It's going to be second and 12 after that false start.
5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Faith and Family Day here on the campus of Wisconsin Lutheran College. Vendors all around. Parking lot was buzzing about 10:30 this morning. Barbian flings it right side, broken up.
That play didn't have a chance.
Now that was a long throw from the left hash all the way out to the right side, and well defended and broken up nicely by Jason Wilder. Senior from Milwaukee. Barbian back to throw. Throwing deep.
Got a man.
Overshot him.
They just tangled up.
Yeah. There was a little bit of a window. Neely appeared to be open, but overshot the receiver, and the punting unit will come onto the field. So we'll get our first look at Drew Mears today. Long snapper Elijah Chevy. Again, into the wind on this punt. Mears lets it go. Fair caught inside the 20 at about the 19, where the Muskies of Lakeland will take over, first and 10. You're watching WLCSports.com.
You're watching Warriors football on WLCSports.com.
First and 10, Michael takes a snap, hands it off. Beverly running left. Falls forward about the 24, close to the 25. Correction, they're going to give that one to Harris. 5-yard gain, second down. Devin Harris, the ball carrier on that one. Hands again, running right into the arms of Savon Green. Goodwin, sorry. We're getting all the names messed up. Been that kind of morning.
It's been a morning.
We've got to figure out how and why there's a surge that goes through this area at about 12:45 each week. We don't know what it is. 12:30, 12:40.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
3rd and 5. Michael keeps it, runs up the middle. And it looks like it's going to be enough for a first down, and that's the first carry of the day for Michael. Won't be his last.
Honestly, I'm surprised that's his first carry.
He had a giant hole, but Nathan Nevad read it, hustled over, made the tackle. Ball's on the ground. Looks like Lakeland recovered it. They did, but they lost the bundle. Getting into that backfield was Cade Geiken, disrupting everything. Loss of 7, 2nd and 17. Michael barking out signals. Now we're going to get a procedure penalty. Back him up 5 more. 2nd and 22. And now if you're the Warriors, you're watching for a screen, maybe a delayed handoff. Nothing. You want to keep them in front of you. Crowd getting more and more into it. Back to throws Michael. Throwing deep. And it's picked off! Still on the feet, driving the legs all the way to the 44 where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10. First turnover of the day by Xavion Allen. Gary, he looked like the receiver on that play. He made a great read on it, full sprint, caught it. His momentum took him all the way down inside the 30, and then he drove his legs out to the 43, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10.
Well, unfortunately, you missed that on the stream. We were on a separate camera, but it was a nice play in Warrior football.
Well, it works as a punt. Let's call
Right,
it what it was.
right.
It was 2nd and 22, and it acts as a punt. Handoff, Green, left side, cuts back. He falls forward to about the 46. 2nd and 6. Nope, they're going to mark it back at the 45, call it a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. I go by what I see, not what the referees do. I mean, it's right in front. It is directly in front of us. Barbian keeps after the play action, slides near midfield. He'll go down at the 49. That one I'm certain of. So certain that they moved it to the 48. My goodness. 3rd and 5. Barbian throwing over the middle, overshot Gordon. And it's 4th down, punt team coming onto the field. Fourth and 5, and out comes Drew Mears and the punting unit. So a sluggish start for both teams. The Warrior defense has really stepped up and done their job, but the offense can't seem to break free.
Well, I think a couple of heavyweights right just circling each other right now.
And the punt's blocked! Muskie's hustling at the field. Ball's on the field still. And now it's still loose. Now it's picked up by the Warriors. And they're going to run out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. Well, you could see the protection was on the right side, and they got into the backfield and blocked it. There is a flag on the play. Again, a reminder, we have the Lakeland staff directly to our right. That cheering and clapping you hear is the coaching staff.
And hey, we're good with that. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
They're excited. They're enthusiastic for their kids. They should be.
Yeah, we just want to let you know that it's not us doing this clapping.
Yep. Nope.
See what the call is. It is a complete huddle of zebras. It's like looking at the zoo. Now they're falling back into formation. I think it's going to be on Lakeland, so you're going to see them retain possession but backing it up. Now it's just a matter of how far back will it go.
But that's the question. Will they retain possession? Did Lakeland have possession of it and then give it up at all?
Wisconsin Lutheran, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on Wisconsin Lutheran. That's a 15-yard penalty, half distance. First down.
Ooh,
Well,
boy, that's
so
brutal.
much for it against being Lakeland. That is half the distance. Going to move it from the 8 to the 4.
Ed, do you see my question? What I was asking was, after the block punt, did Lakeland have possession and then give it away, and Wisconsin Lutheran picked it up? But apparently they did not because
You cannot advance a muff punt.
That's true. That's true.
So, but it did
But
not
it was a
cross.
block punt,
It
though.
was blocked. It could have been picked up in advance, yes. Golden opportunity for the Muskies. First and goal from the 4. Handoff. Wrapped up, going nowhere. Nevad on the tackle, among others. Second and goal. No gain on the play. Second and 4. That front push. Kabaki, Hibbler, Geiken, Nevad. Back to throw. Michael throws left side. In through the hands. Oh, he had him. In and out of the hands. He had his man and went right through Besaw's hands. And it's third and goal from the 4. That throw from Michael had a little bit of hair on it. That was really zipped out there. It was just as Besaw turned. Fortunate enough not to have it picked off. Option right. Michael pitches. Harris is going to score. Well executed. Robert Michael rolling right. Read the defense as soon as the front man came toward him. Little pitch to Devin Harris, and it's a touchdown. And the Muskies go on top 6-0 here in the first quarter.
Well, the start for the Warriors has not been pretty. I don't know you can say any more than that at this point.
No, not when you run into a punter. And the special teams were so great last week.
Yeah.
And I know we keep harping on it, but even going back to our first opening night, that first game that we did, the special teams showed up that day. Just couldn't get the offense rolling, but this is definitely not a special teams. This third unit is not the start they wanted. A running into the kicker, 15-yard penalty. The block punt that leads to a touchdown. It's 7-0 Warriors trailing. A lot of time left, but you got to clean up those mistakes, and these are things that you can't shoot yourself in the foot, and they continue to do that.
Luckily, it's only 7-0. I mean,
Right.
it could be much worse. Speaking of which, I suppose I should get the score update. That's just me in denial. I don't want to give them the points.
Muskie players back up on his feet.
There's Coach Tresky.
Looks like Duran Douglas, the injured player. Not putting a lot of weight on that right foot, leg, ankle area. Hopefully he's back shortly. I think the offense, those passes, they've had guys open. They've just been overshooting them. the execution hasn't quite been there, and until that changes, this is going to be a tough road. Hear a lot of the murmur on the field.
That's our field mic working overtime.
Going TCB on me.
On the side, kicking the ball.
And kicking with the wind and taking it down all the way to the 6. Here's Gordon, full head of steam. He's got some room and a great open field tackle. That might have been a touchdown saving tackle by Gabriel Maines. Nice return, closed quickly. Warriors take over, 1st and 10 at their 30. Good field possession again. I think right now you just got to get some momentum on the offense, move the ball, get into their territory, get into the Muskie territory and go from there as you have 1:45 remaining here in the first quarter. Green running right side, tripped up in the backfield.
Ed, Warriors just need some rhythm here like they had last week, and then you can get into that kind of thunder and lightning tandem that works so well. But you got to get a rhythm going here offensively.
Carlos Ozol's on the tackle. Just stuck his arm out and made the play. It's a loss of 1. Barbian to throw. Hits Gordon. He's immediately wrapped up. Shamond Oliver. Looks like they're going to give him to the 34, so it'll be 3rd and 6. 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. The important note is that the Warriors currently into the wind. So clearly, once we make this change, they'll have the wind at their back, which even if you're punting, give Mears a little extra wind.
Boy, it seems like every time I look up, it's 3rd down. For the
And
Warriors.
3rd and long, and that's been the hard part. It's been 3rd and long. Throw,
There
caught
it
by
is.
Gordon. He went up and got it. Caught at the 41, pickup of 6 and a 1st down. Now Barbian threw that pass right there, and Jamil was the only one that could catch it. He had to go up and get it. Came down, 1st down, much needed. And now you run the final play of the first quarter, get the win, and see if that win can add to the momentum. Give them that legitimate push. Muskies show blitz. Warriors run left side. Green, past the 50. They're going to say he's down right at midfield. 9-yard gain. 2nd and 1, and that'll conclude the first quarter. Your score, the Lakeland Muskies 7. Your Warriors nothing. You're watching WLCSports.com.
You're watching Warriors football on WLCSports.com.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
Sit means sit halftime report coming up. We'll give you an on-field interview with Coach Tresky, and we'll replay the opening that we had.
It was a good opening, too. We
And
did a really nice job on it.
Let's give ourselves some credit. So we have to play it again. 2nd and about half a yard. Barbian, play action. Oh, he's got a man catching in stride, going all the way in. Touchdown, Warriors! Deep post, Emmett Hawkins. He caught it in stride, rolled all the way in, no problem, untouched. And just like that, the Warriors come back first play of the second quarter. Just a great pitch and catch. And now Arnulfo Ortega on for the extra point. Ball up and through. And it's 7-all. Great recovery by the Warriors, quickly turning it around. And just a great throw. Plain and simple, it was just a great throw. 50-yard pass play. It's a quick 1-minute, 53-second drive. Kicking off for the Warriors. Nope. Now we're looking around for a ball. Nobody's got a ball. You can't kick without a ball. That much I do know. You have to have that. There we go. Now we've got a football to kick. Mikoli Overchuk. Do the kicking. Low liner. Through the hands and into the end zone. He's going to pick it up, try to run it out. Does a pretty good job getting it out past the 10. And the flag comes in late. We'll see what the call is. Hands failed the return man. Hassan Rivers the ball went right through his hands into the end zone. I don't think he realized he could have just taken a knee. Didn't have possession of it. And a blindside block. It's going to back it up to the 5-yard line. So the Warriors get a quick, big score. Barbie into Hawkins, tie it up. The ensuing kickoff goes through the hands of the return man, Rivers. Add a penalty, and the Warriors' defense is sitting pretty. And the Muskie offense with its back up against the Warrior end zone. 1st and 10 from the 5. Blitz, left side, got a man. Caught all the way out to the 16-yard line, 11 yards and a first down. So they guessed right. They came with a safety blitz on the right side. Hit the hot receiver. Pickup of 11. First down, Muskies. Handoff up the middle. Jatron Beverly, the running back, on the carry. Got a man down, pickup of 3.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
It's Michael Hibbler that is down. We'll take a break. You're watching WLCSports.com.
Learning here at WLC is incredibly hands-on learning. You're going out and getting a field experience your first semester.
I've done community outreach and taught classes.
Leading my own research projects.
Prepare me for the real world.
Hibbler walking off the field under his own power. I would anticipate he'll be back out there. 2nd and 7 for Lakeland. Option right side. Michael keeps it. Schneider on the tackle. Tackled at about the 23, third and 3. Quick handoff, Beverly. Taken down after maybe a gain of 1. This is going to be 4th and 2. Let's see what Lakeland wants to do here. Calling it 4th and 1. It's a long one. But the offense stays on the field. Let's see if they're going to try to get him to jump. And they're going to get some procedure. Yep, a procedure penalty going to back him up 5, and now you got to bring the punting unit out. So they were lined up to go for it. And then the procedure penalty backs him up 5 more. And they are staying on the field and will go for it. Coach Tresky says they will do some. They'll go against conventional wisdom, and they will here. Now a quick kick. Kick by Michael, and it's going to be downed at about the 36. So they kept the offense on the field. Robbie Michael, the quarterback. Quick kick on it. Ball was downed at the 36 where the Warriors take over 1st and 10 in great field position. Good. Barbian takes a snap, handoff, Green, running left side. Into a mosh pit of Warriors and Muskies. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8. Barbian surveys the field. He's heavy load right side. Play action. Green. Throw right side. Caught. Taken down around the 28. Landon Neely. The 5'10 freshman from Frisco, Texas. Much more involved in the offense this week. Putting the ball in his hands. 3rd and 2. After that 6-yard gain.
Hold your water. Hold your water, wing.
Green takes a handoff. Not going to get there. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be decision time. Offense staying on the field. Clock ticking down toward the 11-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Offense stays on the field. 4th and 1, the official call. Bunch tight on the right side. Hand it to Green. He dances and splits everybody, and he's going to walk into the end zone. 27 yards and a Warrior touchdown. They bunched everybody on the right side. Travion Green just did a little dance left, right, left, and sprint right down the middle, and Travion scores. He has handled every carry thus far in this game, and Travion with a touchdown. And the Warriors take a 13-7 lead. Extra point is up and through. And our score, the Warriors 14. The Muskies of Lakeland 7, 10:53 remaining here in the 2nd quarter. You're watching WLC Sports.
Wisconsin Lutheran College. Academic excellence, real-world experience, Christian values. Discover your purpose. wlc.edu/purpose.
(14-7), our new score. Just like that, quick turn of events. Seems like that big play touchdown has sparked this offense and the special teams. So the special teams for both teams really causing issues. We got Zietler kicking it off here. High and short, fair caught at the 22. They'll take it at the 25, 1st and 10. Warrior defense back onto the field. (14-7) our score. We talked about Travion Green being the only ball carrier. 13 carries, 62 yards, and that 27-yard touchdown. Barbian 7 for 13, 100 yards even. On the Lakeland side, Robbie Michael 2 of 7 with that interception. And running hasn't been gaining much yet. And it wrapped up again. Beverly, the ball carrier. Nevat on the tackle after 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. Michael takes, hands off. Beverly down the left sideline. He's gonna go all the way. Is he caught? Jake Ansek. Correction, sorry, Brandon. You deserve a ton of credit. Ansek refused to give in. Beverly looked like he was gonna score. And Brandon Ansek refused to give in. And they try a quick snap. Savon Goodwin refused to allow Beverly to score. That's back-to-back plays of refusing to let Beverly score. Called Brandon Jake, his brother. Called his name so often last year. He refused to let Beverly score. He had a breakaway. It was a touchdown. And Brandon refused to give in. Handoff up the middle, and Harris is in. So the Anthony Ziegler kick, high and short. Fair caught. They take it at the 25. Pick up 4 yards on that first carry. And then a huge run of 69 yards. Lakeland converts. Just like that, we are back to even, 14 apiece. So a sloppy first quarter has turned into big play second quarter. And we are tied at 14 apiece. 9:32 remaining here in the first half. Again, stick around for our Sit Mean Sit halftime report. Going to replay our opening after we had our technical issues. And again, it's a surge that goes through here, and we lose everything. And couldn't get it back up and running immediately as quickly as we were able to last week. We are going to talk to the SID about that, Adam, and see if we can fix that. We apologize. But we're going to keep bringing you some Warrior football. That's the important thing. Just about set. Jesus Garcia, the kicker. 5'11" freshman from El Paso, Texas. Great to see these Wisconsin schools with kids from all around the country. Garcia's kick. Taken about the 18 by Gordon. And he is taken down around the 29. Or it's 1st and 10 Warriors. Get a little bit of the on-field camera and microphone. When you hear some of that in the background, giving you some the on-field cam and microphone. Trips left for Barbian. Green behind him. Play action. Throw, slant, caught. They faked it to Gordon, then hit the slant. Jordan Weidman on the catch, sophomore from Georgia. Pickup of 7, 2nd and 3. Barbian making the call. Now everybody looking right. Take, handoff. Green bouncing. Trying to break free. The ball's on the ball's loose and recovered by Lakeland. The first turnover for the Warriors of the afternoon. And it occurs in their own territory, and the Muskies recover 1st and 10 at their Warrior 37-yard line. First and 10, 37. Time for the Warrior defense to step up. Muskies coming off that big play by Beverly, sent Harris in motion. Michael back to throw, getting pressured by Kubaki, and he's taken down. Kyle Kubaki. He had Michael rolling right and handwork tag teaming and forced him to cut up, allowing Kubaki to get free. Take Robbie Michael down in the backfield. Now it's 2nd and 12. Michael keeps up the middle. We're going to have a Muskie down. He is rolling in some pain. We're going to take a break. You're watching WLC Sports.
Imagine yourself here. Imagine making a meaningful difference as a bold Christian leader. Imagine finding yourself and your purpose here, where professors know your name and care about how you're doing. Close to the downtown and the energy of a major city, in a quiet and safe neighborhood. Imagine your greatest adventure starting here at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Learning here at WLC is incredibly hands-on learning. You're going out and getting a field experience your first semester.
I've done community outreach and taught classes.
Leading my own research projects.
Prepare me for the real world.
Back live, 3rd and 8 on the call here. Jeremiah Jones, the injured player, kind of skipped off the field on his own. Hopefully he's back out on the field shortly, but it appeared to be okay. 3rd and 8. You can hear the Warrior crowd below us. Michael looking left, getting pressured, rolls right. Keeps it, dives forward. Let's see where they mark it. Looks, ooh, this might be measurements. Let's see, nope, they're saying 4th down, about a half a football. Yeah, this is close. They did mark it short immediately, and it's right in front of the chain gang. So it's 4th and short. Muskies. Michael keeps it. See where they mark it. We may get a measurement for extra drama, but that looked short. And they're calling it short. And the Muskies come up short, and 1st down, Warriors. Defense stepping up, making a huge play and a huge stop after the fumble. Get the ball back. 7:05 remaining here in the first half. See if with this momentum, they go play action and throw deep. Barbian, play action. Throws behind his intended receiver, flag on the play. It's like a holding call. It is. Back it up 10 more. It's going to be 1st and 20. So they did take a shot trying to hit Hawkins. A lot of white jerseys, so it almost appeared Barbian kind of threw behind him knowing that no one was going to catch it. Throw it in a spot where no one can get to it. 1st and 20. Barbian throws left side. Through the hands of his intended receiver, Jordan Weidman. 2nd down, 20. And Weidman shaking up coming off the field. Now that they stop play, he has to come out for at least one play. He wanted to go back into the huddle, and they said, nope, we stop play. So he's got to go out. He took a shot. The defender went low on him, but he's jogging across the field. He appears to be okay. 2nd and 20. Again, sit means sit. Halftime report coming up. Talk to Coach Tresky and then give you our interview with him. Family and Faith Day here on the campus of Wisconsin Lutheran College. Barbian back to throw, getting pressured, and he goes down. Untouched. Waltzing right into the backfield. Barbian, after the play action, he had nowhere to go. He was in trouble immediately. He couldn't do a thing about it. Want to give credit where credit's due. See if it was Olzols again. Third and 20. Barbian back to throw. Steps up. Left side. Throwing. Nice defensive play. Intended for number 8, Landon Neely. Again, getting him involved in the offense. Deep. He ran a deep route there. I mean, you're going third in a whole bundle. That sack before was Olzols. 4th and a whole lot of yards for Drew Mears in the punt unit. Last time on the field, they had the punt blocked. get it away, and caught at the 48. Stepping, sidestepping, staying on their feet, going all the way down to the 33 is Caden Calcary from Menominee, Michigan. Nice job catching the ball over his shoulder, almost like a center fielder, and then turning it upfield and returning it all the way down to the 33. 1st and 10, Lakeland. 5:57 remaining here in the first half. Talked about some of the stats before, and just like that, Lakeland's got some numbers on their side. As they hand it to Beverly, he starts right, comes back left, nowhere to go. Great pursuit defense, Schneider, the leader, pushed him back. Handwork on the tackle. Layson cleaned up the work, cleaned up the mess that Geiken had started in that front line. 2nd and 9, throw, overshot everybody. 3rd and 9 now. Third and 9. See what the Warrior defense has left in them here in the first half. 14 apiece our score. Michael takes a snap, steps back, throws, ball's deflected, picked off. And the Warriors are going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. In the backfield, Cade Geiken hit the arm of Robbie Michael. That ball floated up there. And I think it was, I don't want to say, I think it was Brandon Ansek whose hands it ended up in. We'll have to see who they give the credit to. But again, the arm was hit by Geiken. He started celebrating immediately. He knew. And the Warriors take over 1st and 10 at their own 30. Handoff, Green spinning, stays on his feet. Gonna pick up 2, 2nd and 8. As we are now under 5 minutes left here in the first half. And the ball is actually intercepted by Layson Handwork. And it just floated. It got deflected and just sat up there, and he had to wait for it and wait for it and wait for it. And Layson with the pick. And the Warrior defense comes up with a big play. Can the offense take over? Play action. Barbian, plenty of time. Thrown, broken up. Hawkins had had separation, but getting up was Elijah Henning, the senior from Wisconsin Lutheran High School. He got up and nearly came down with a great interception. Instead, falls to the turf, and it's 3rd and 8. Mike Dupree on the field, getting his first look of the afternoon. He stands to the right of Barbian. Now getting told to move to the left. He does. Helps with the blitz pickup, but Barbian rolls to his right, avoids the defender, keeps the ball, and runs out of bounds around the 38, maybe 39. Did he get enough for the first? That is a question. And he did. It's a Warrior first down. He got just enough. But a smart play. He directed his block protection to the left side, so his single blitz man coming at his face, and he just ran right around him, stayed on his feet, stayed poised, got enough for the first down. The drive continues. Play action, throw, right side. Gordon hits, stays on his feet. He had to fix his face mask and got hit and knocked down. He couldn't see. going to mark him at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Barbian, play action. Getting pursued, throws on the run, caught! Hawkins makes 2 men miss, makes that same man miss again, stays on his feet, goes down and out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Warrior, 1st down. Started with a great job of Barbian avoiding the pressure, rolling right, throwing on the run, a perfect strike to Hawkins. Broke off his route and came back. And then just put the dance moves on. A little bit of right, a little bit of left, a little bit of right. And took it down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 Warriors. 2:48 remaining here in the 1st half. Golden opportunity. Play clock. We're going to take a timeout. Travion Green pointed at the play clock, saw it was at 2 seconds. And they quickly took a timeout. Smart timeout there. Don't want to go backward with all this momentum. Great timeout, great recognition by Green. 1st and 10 when we come back from this timeout.
Everything on here is correct now?
Offense. Is everything now? You want to change the timeouts? Wisconsin Lutheran trying to update some things. So you go, yep. Yeah, right there. Barbian now 8 of 16. Oh, this has not updated because they did not include that nice big play. There we go. 10 of 19 for 149. Ethan Hawkins up to 94 1st half yards to go along with his 50-yard touchdown that he had earlier. Trey Green, 15 carries, 62 yards. But it's Dupree that flanks Barbian, and they hand it to him. Stays on his feet down to probably the 16, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. Dupree picking up 2.
Dupree on the carry. 2nd down.
Checking the signs from Coach Tresky. Clock ticking. Under 2 minutes now. They got Green, and he dropped it. They put him in motion on a wheel route. He just took off, had his man beat, and went right through the hands. Little bit of a stretch, but I think if you ask Travion, I think he'd admit he should have caught it. Now it's 3rd and long.
Got a little greedy there. Look too easy. Lift away. Look, start to celebrate already. Right?
3rd and long. Still getting the signs. Now the play clock under 10. Down to 5. Green in motion. Ball snapped. Barbian steps up, dances to his left. Throws across his body into the end zone. Just out of the reach of Gordon. I think he was out of bounds regardless. And it's going to be 4th down. And here goes the field goal unit. We got the best in the business. Arnulfo Ortega. Elijah Chevy, the long snapper, and your holder, Jake Ansek. 34-yard attempt. Wind at his back, ball down, kick is up, kick is good. He's not the best in the business for nothing. Arteaga splits the uprights, and the Warriors regain the lead, 17-14 with 1:38 remaining here in the first half. We'll take a break. You're watching WLC Sports. Auercheck set to kick. And again, wind at his back. Kick taken on the run at the 9, up the left side, waiting for the blockers, getting the blockers, and then wrapped up around the 37. Lakeland takes over, 1st and 10. 1:30 remaining in the first half. After that 28-yard return. Hassan Rivers, you can see why they like him back there. Good vision, cut back real well, had some space. Took it to the 37, 1st and 10. Michael, hands off. Harris, wrapped up in the backfield. Savon Goodwin, 2-yard loss. He came through that B gap, full speed, and took him down. Harris nowhere to go. Savon wouldn't let go. 2nd and 12. Lakeland in no rush, as we're now under a minute exactly. Might see a Warrior timeout depending on how this play plays out, as Michael keeps. And now you won't, because they got near midfield down to the 48, 1st down. Now Lakeland showing a little hustle. 45 seconds remaining. Harris in motion. Throw it to him. Nowhere to go. Pushed backwards by Schneider. And all that ended up happening is he went backward. Carter Schneider read that beautifully. He had the stiff arm, but Schneider popped back up. Nowhere to go. And turns out to be a loss of 6, 2nd and 16. Clock stopped, 34 seconds remaining. I think you might see that draw again. Nope, now we're getting the signs reset. Thought you might see the draw again and see how things play out as the clock ticks towards the 2nd half. And you do see it, and you do get it, and he does have a big opening. But the Carter Schneider again refusing to let go. So he picked up 7 right at midfield. But Carter Schneider wraps him up. Timeout on the field for Lakeland. 26 seconds remain here in the first half. Sit means sit halftime report coming up, including a live interview with Coach Tresky.
Copy that.
Copy that. 17-14 in a battle back and forth as the Warriors will be going on the road at Eureka and at Aurora over the next 2 weeks, and they're back home at the end of the month. Benedictine and then Concordia of Illinois to close out the season already, as today marks hump schedule day, I guess, as we get to the second half of the schedule. 3rd and long, Michael back to throw, stepping up, and wrapped up. Goodwin on the delayed blitz, came in full speed and took down Michael. And let's see who took that. Yeah, it was Wisconsin Lutheran that took that timeout. Just had to make sure. Savon, sprint, full speed, sack in the background. Loss of 4, 4th and 14, 19 seconds left. Delayed blitz by Savon. Monster half for Goodwin and Schneider on the defensive side of things. And let's not forget about Geiken. It's just been a strong defensive end. Take that one play away. It was a monster run for Bevy. Beverly got into the second half and just took off. Couldn't quite put it in as Brandon Ensek racing, step for step, stride for stride, caught him at the 2. They did score 2 plays later. Now 4th and 14, punt unit out there. Kick away, fair caught, Ensek. At the 26, see what the Warriors do here. Might see a delay handoff, maybe a quick screen, or just, I don't think they take a knee. I don't think they're a take a knee type group. 14 seconds left. Because you never know. Could break one, and that's why you run a play. That's why you took that timeout in that punt formation. Of course, as I say all this and sell it so well, they're just going to take a knee. You have to make sure they got everybody on the field. And they take the knee. And now we've got a flag on the play. Sure, after I say, nah, they're not taking a knee. Of course they take a knee. That's the type of expertise you're going to get here, folks.
Illegal formation, offense. More than 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
So legal procedure, back it up 5 more, which means they will run 1 more play. And it'll be halftime, and we'll send it down to Gary momentarily. And they wind it up. And that is it. It is officially halftime. Our score, your Warriors 17, the Lakeland Muskies 14. You're watching WLCsports.com. We are hustling down to get Coach Tresky before he heads into the locker room.
Today's halftime is sponsored by Quick Trip.
And they back every drop of their gasoline with their cotton gasoline.
And there we go. We're getting it all set up. Gary grabbing the mic.
All right. We have audio this week. How about that?
Look at that.
Send it down to Gary.
Coach, interesting first half, ups and downs to say the least. Thoughts? You were right. I mean, it was. It's going to be a battle and a fun game.
Yeah, both teams are playing well. Have hurt themselves with some mistakes. That's going to be the message to the team at halftime. Is we played very, very hard. We've made some good plays. We've hurt ourselves too many times. Gave them a couple short fields, and against a good football team, you can't do that.
Your offense just seems to maybe be finding some rhythm. This is the second week in a row. How are you feeling overall execution-wise?
Like how we're playing up front, we got to finish some blocks, but we're getting ourselves, those 3 to 5 yards of pop, which is what you need to keep the offense on time. And the receivers are making big plays.
Defensive line has really stepped up for this first half.
Thank goodness they needed to. They got an elusive Q, and yeah, we've done a good job containing them so far.
All right, good luck second half, Coach. Back upstairs to you guys.
That's Gary with Coach Tresky. You heard the message. It's official. It's halftime. Sit means sit halftime report. We're going to give you our pregame report that we found out later that it did not come through, so we're going to bring that to you. Our interview with Coach Tresky and our Warrior of the Week, Jared Garcia. You're watching WLCSports.com as you see the band on. Welcome to the Tightest Talent Coaches Show. I'm with Coach Tresky. Last week was as complete a football game as the Warriors probably can play. I mean, it was all three. Welcome to the Tightest Talent Coaches Show. I'm with Coach Tresky. Last week was as complete a football game as the Warriors probably can play. I mean, it was all three phases really came to play last week, and it's what you had talked about last week. Live from Robbie Stadium, Warrior football on Faith and Family Day. You're getting a live look from the field cam. Players getting ready for today's game against the Lakeland Muskies, coming off their most complete victory in probably 2 seasons. Gary Whipperman to my left. I'm Ed Rowie. Coach talked about that complete victory last week. We saw it from up here. All three phases really, really played well.
They look so good in all phases of the game. Of course, Kyle Kubacki, the leader of that defense, running back the scoop and score
right,
for
the
the
scoop
touchdown.
And score, and he was, Cloud 9 didn't even do it justice.
Yeah. And Coop getting the interception. I mean, making big plays like that, that's so important for the not just from a scoring standpoint, but for the morale of the team. And I think that really lifted them. I think the defense really injected life into the offense last week for the Warriors.
It was a great homecoming win, and then this week you got a different perspective. You got a running dual option quarterback. We didn't see that last week. We thought they could have done a little bit more of that last week, but this week they're going to see that. I mean, how do you stop something like that?
Well, I thought they did a great job on Jalen Ray last week. I mean, if you from Rockford, who is the leading quarterback in the NACC, I'd say more of that pressure. Certainly, I thought the linebackers played exceptionally well. He just didn't get a lot of room to run, and he didn't have a lot of opportunities to run. So I think trying to control that again this week. Of course, it's not an option. It wasn't an option last week, but Ray was a threat to take off at any time. So I think the Warriors got to be mindful of that and still carry out their coverages.
And the second half adjustment last week, getting the ball to your playmakers, specifically Travion Green, and he had a monster second half.
Of course, I love that, and Travion is such a great weapon for this team, and I love that at halftime they made that adjustment, and Coach Tresky said, we got to get him the ball, and that really made all the difference in the second half, and I'd look for more of that. It's all about getting your playmakers the ball, and Travion is one of those playmakers, no question about it.
He and Javi Murillo putting together the lightning side of the backfield. Coming up next, Warrior football live in Wauwatosa. It is a brisk, sunny day here at Robbie Stadium.
We've had a relationship with Titus for approximately 4 years. It's a partnership, it's a trust. They understand what we're looking for, so the searches are very prompt and succinct. So having that partnership of somebody that I can rely on to know our culture and who we're looking for is extremely important. So the learning curve has been minimal, but I think the biggest thing is that trust, and it is truly a partnership. Not having to reinvent what we're looking for because they know our background, they know the type of personalities that we're looking for. So I think that partnership is just not having to reinvent every time we're looking for another position. They already have the baseline of what our culture is about and the type of people that we're looking to engage with.
Welcome to the Titus Talent Coaches Show. I'm with Coach Tresky. Last week was as complete a football game as the Warriors probably can play. I mean, it was all three phases really came to play last week, and it's what you had talked about last week, putting everything together for one game, and it came out, and they did it last week.
Yeah, super proud of how we played, our response. We talked in the pregame show last week how we were disappointed in the way that we played at Concordia and the way that our guys answered, not on Saturday. Everyone saw Saturday, but Saturday was the product of Monday through Friday, the preparation, the focus, and the leadership, the guys staying together, because it was not the start to the season that we wanted, but they have not stopped preparing and focusing on the things that are within our control. It was fun. It was a fun day.
You had two running backs go over 100 yards, one in each half. We could talk about the runners. We could talk about Javi. We could talk about Travion. But it all starts in the front. And those five, they were dominating.
Yeah, they got after it. And that was honestly the story of the football game on both sides of the ball, was controlling the line of scrimmage. We knew going into the season we were going to be not necessarily young up front, but inexperienced up front. And it might take a few weeks for us to start getting some continuity in that group. And you saw it on Saturday. You saw some new faces. Chris Orr and Amari Burks at our tackle spots. Ricky Rodriguez is absolutely crushing it at guard. You saw those guys take a huge step forward.
Travion Green, what went into the decision in getting him the ball in the second half? I know he's one of your top playmakers. You have talked about that. We talked to him before the season, how moving to tight end was going to open the middle of the field for him.
Yep.
We hadn't really seen that up to that point. Then all of a sudden he gets the ball in the backfield, and he looked electric.
He is very fluid, very natural. So Trey played some running back in high school.
Okay.
As part of recruiting him, we knew that was a skill set that he had. When you had a kid like Justin on the team, you didn't necessarily need to see it so often last year. So we had talked at half, Rockford really made the commitment to say, you're not going to throw the rock on us. We're not going to let Trey and Emmett and those guys on the outside beat us. You're going to have to beat us with the run game. And I got a half. I said, hey, we can't let him take away Trey. He's too good. He needs to touch the football. What's the easiest way for us to do it? We said, let's just get him in the backfield. Let's see how it works. And he made us look very smart. Because he's such a patient runner, good vision. Obviously, he's elusive. It was fun to see, and I think you'll probably see that a little bit more throughout the year now.
Today, it's Faith and Family Day. This is a very important day for you, for this program. You have talked about it for the 2 years we've known each other. Talk about what you expect, what we can expect today.
Yeah, so we've talked the heart of our program is we want to do two things. We want to be a light to our community, and we're going to do that by raising up men to use the gifts that God gave them to show love every day. So today is a really emblematic day of that. We have vendors from all across the city. We've got food trucks. We've got music acts that are performing in the at both pregame and halftime. We got the high school drum lines getting after it. it's a way for us to say, hey, let's all use the gifts that God gave us. Let's come together in a sense of community. Let's come together around a little bit of food, a little bit of football. It's a special day, and I'm excited to see everybody here.
What can we expect from Lakeland? We know that this is a team that you're going to say it. I know you're going to say it. They're going to get after you. What do you expect from them?
Yeah, well, we're very familiar with them. Obviously, I coached over there with Colin and the staff, and I really, I can't say enough good things about the way they prepare a football team.
Now, this goes beyond just a football game. This is something you look forward to. You circle this one because you guys have known each other for so long,
Absolutely.
and this goes above and beyond the football side of things. It's just football just ends up being the product of what you
Yes.
guys do.
It's bittersweet because I love those guys. I talk to Colin every week, their head coach, if you're not familiar. I talk to those guys, and I really respect what they do. In many ways, I'm cheering them on when we're not playing. But today, it's going to be a great battle. They're explosive offensively. Their quarterback, Robbie Michael, very, very dynamic player, dual threat guy. So you got to create a strong plan to account for that. And then defensively, they're an aggressive football team. You're going to see them. They're going to go for it on fourth down in unconventional downs and distances, areas on the field. They're going to bring pressures from unique spots. They'll blitz their safeties. They'll blitz their corners. They'll do some things that you got to prepare for. And we've worked really hard to be ready for it. And I think, again, the game is going to be won or lost at the line of scrimmage. You'll see that today.
We don't talk about the weather other than usually it's a nice sunny day, which we'll have again today. But today we've got a temperature drop of almost 40 degrees from last week where everybody's loose and comfortable. Now we're in the, that low 50s temperature, which everybody talks about being perfect football weather. How does a coaching staff look at that, or do you in a situation like this where it's still pretty nice? It's more the wind than anything, right?
Yeah, I think the wind might play a role, especially like in the kicking game. You tend to see the wind play a role more in the kicking game than even in the passing game. The other night when the temp dropped, we were pretty upfront, like, hey, this is the temperature. This is what it's going to be. It's not going to change. The only thing that's nicer on Saturday is you got a little sun because it was cloudy the last 2 days. So prepare yourself for it, and that's the last we're going to talk about it. To me, anytime you overhype the weather, you get your guys out of their element. They start to think about things outside of their control.
Sure.
You got to come back to, hey, what's my role? What's my job? How can I get our team prepared? How can I focus on what's right in front of me?
Faith and Family Saturday right here at Robbie Stadium. This is Coach Tresky on the Titus Talent Coaches Show. Welcome back to the Titus Talent Coaches Show. We're with Jared Garcia, the Warrior of the Week. Jared, we talked to Coach. He said we should have put a camera on you last week, the way you were running around, getting water for everybody, helping everybody out, staying involved in the game. You're out for the year with this injury, which is just, it stinks as a player. You want to be there for your Warriors. Talk about what it's been like since the injury and what you're going to do going forward.
It's been pretty hard, but I come out to practice, and I love seeing my boys Zay and Trey. They all like talking and getting excited. I feel ready about this week, but I'm going to take it slow, going on, recover as fast and as good as possible.
How long did they say that you're going to be down?
They didn't really tell me. They just said the season's over. So
you just got to wait it out,
yeah.
Hope for the best, come back next year stronger and better.
Yes, sir.
What's it like when you see everything in front of you on that field and you are just itching with that uniform on but no pads, and you still have to be the great teammate, which Coach Tresky said you were. What's that like? How badly do you want to get out there?
Man, it's hard just looking at them. But when I see them play and everything that went on in practice, getting to work, it feels good. It feels amazing. To see it from a different perspective, too, pretty cool.
Always great to see a different perspective.
Yeah.
So next year you come back, you're going to recall being on that sideline, remembering what you saw. Maybe you pick up on things going forward. You're living in Wisconsin. You're getting a little taste of what fall's like in Wisconsin. Yeah. This isn't San Antonio.
Not at all.
How that temperature change come winter? As somebody from Texas, hey, I'm born and raised here. I know what this is like. I don't like it. What's it like for you?
No, personally, I love it. I like it. It feels
really.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Way better than sweating before you even get in the car. But my mom thinks it's super cold. She's here today. And
that's what we heard. That
cold.
Mom's here. Is she gonna be? This is gonna be too cold for her, isn't it?
She was here last year, and she said it was way too cold. And I don't know.
Moms know best,
Yeah, I know.
We're with Jared Garcia, the Warrior of the Week. Stick around. Warrior football coming up.
Imagine yourself here, Imagine making a meaningful difference as a bold Christian leader. Imagine finding yourself and your purpose here, where professors know your name and care about how you're doing. Close to the downtown and the energy of a major city, in a quiet and safe neighborhood. Imagine your greatest adventure starting here at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Back live, Robbie Stadium. There's a live look at the crowd as they discuss the first half, amongst other things. Our score 17-14. Your Warriors up. Give you a shot of the crowd. Some first half numbers as the players gather and reconvene. Bryce Barbie in 10 of 21, 149 yards, 1 touchdown. The 50-yarder to Ethan Hawkins, who leads in receiving, 3 catches, 94 yards. Travion Green, the first half leading rusher, 15 for 62. All of that for your Warriors. On the other side, Lakeland, Robbie Michael, 3 of 10, 2 interceptions. He has thrown for a grand total of 6 yards. And that is broken down with 1 catch for a -6 to Harris. He did have Willis with 2 for 12. The running game, Jatron Beverly with that big run. 69-yarder, padding those stats, 9 for 82 officially. But that 69-yarder got caught at the 2 as Brandon Ansek refused to give in. Stayed with the play. They did score 2 plays later, and that was Devin Harris, 7 carries, 11 yards, 2 touchdowns within those 7 carries. So it sounds like all the numbers are Warriors numbers. They really are dominating the numbers, 205 to 126. Passing yards, 149 to 6. But that's the first half. The second half could be a tale of 2 cities, 2 games. Two stories. That's all to be played out right here on WLC Sports, as we are just about set for the second half kickoff. Warriors kicking off, defending the south end zone. Anthony Ziegler to do the kicking to start the second half, as he alternates with Warchek. This kick is high and short and fair caught and fumbled, and they blew it dead. Oh, that's interesting. The referee blew it dead even though the ball was live. As they convene, it's going to be Lakeland football. Apparently, all you have to do is touch it, and it's yours. So that's well, we'll start the second half. It's kind of been a weird ball game.
Yeah, it kind of has. It's been strange for sure.
On all facets. Offense, defense, special teams,
live stream, cameras.
Yeah, just a weird second half. But here we go. That was the first half. This is the second half. New ball game. Robbie Michael throws left side, caught. Colby Cohen on the catch. Missouri City, Texas is where he is from. They give him 10 yards and a first down, 1st and 10. Defense really stepping up for the Warriors in the first half. Going to have to continue that yeoman's work here in the second half. Holding Lakeland to 126 total yards, but only lead by 3. And now the handoff inside. Ball is loose. And Wisconsin Lutheran recovers it. And the defense continues for the Warriors, and they'll take over 1st and 10 right at midfield. Second time today, Layson Handwork has been the recipient of a turnover. He caught the deflected pass in the first half and recovers the fumble here in the second half. 2 plays in, and momentum is shifted to the Warriors sideline.
And what an addition Handwork has been to this defense. He really is making a difference this year.
Week after week, we say his name more and more, and he just goes about his business and seems to be around the football, obviously. He's a hand to Green to the right side, out of bounds after a gain of 4.
He's one of those kids coaches love that's just not afraid to get his nose in anywhere, right? He just digs around looking to get into stuff. And boy, you love kids that play defense like that.
Well, you like the guy that's always around the football, as you can tell. I mean, you can say, well, that interception fell in his arms. Yeah, well, he's in the right place at the right time.
Right.
But then that fumble, he had to run about 8 to 10 yards to fall on it, but there he was. Gave him 5, 2nd and 5. Handoff, Green up the middle. He'll pick up 3 more. 3rd and short. If you're wondering where Javier Murillo is,
I am wondering, where is he?
He left 3 plays into this game and has not returned. That is why we saw Mike Dupree spelling Travion Green. 3rd and 2 the call. Throwing. Deep. Gordon. There's some contact and no call. Referee right there, no call. 4th and 2. Offense stays on the field. Take a shot deep, nothing there. Now you go for it. 4th and 2. Neely comes off. Weidman on. Going with the jumbo trap. See what they can do. That jumbo package sitting right side. They run it. Green, dancing, cutting back. He's not going to get it. He picked up one, but that elusive second yard was not there as the door closed quickly.
Well, I almost like to see Mike Dupree in there for that calls. More of a downhill type runner. Green's going to give you some side to side. That we just need a downhill straight ahead on that one.
Well, you could see what they wanted to do is they had brought in some size on the right side. And on the cutback, Travion unable to get there. And Lakeland takes over 1st and 10. So 2 defensive stops to start the second half.
I'm running the camera, Drew. Free inside live stream there.
Pump fake, going deep, got a man, incomplete. Off the hand, literally the hand, because it was the left hand went out to catch it. Right hand never got there. Kobe Cohen. 2nd and 10. Stride for stride was Brandon Ansek with Cohen. 2nd and 10. Just underway here in the second half. Option right, quick pitch immediately. Look like we're going to pick up about 3, maybe 4. Not even. They're going to call it back, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. Play never really had a chance. It was immediate, the pressure, and on a quick pitch, Harris nowhere to go. Michael throwing left side, overshot his man, and it's 4th down.
You could thank the pressure on that
yes,
play.
I was going to say
made
that.
It get rid of it right away. That was a great push by Kabaki up front.
Kabaki and Hibbler. Hibbler's the one that really caused the problem, caused the throw to go high. And the punt unit comes onto the field. Ben Garcia. Back deep, Brandon Ansek sitting around the 27. They let the clock tick down. Snapped with 1 on the clock, struggle. No pressure, the kick is short and takes a Warrior bounce. And collected and gathered at the 44, where the Warriors will take over 1st and 10. Punt snap was low. Garcia grabbed it, fumbled it. Boy, they got a favorable spot. It was definitely the 44, and they put it at the 42. But nonetheless, Garcia got rid of it, and it was high and short and took a Warrior bounce. Green out to the 46, picking up 4. Now they give him 3. I got to figure out how these I always have an extra yard. I don't know if they just go, I mean, it's always 1 yard.
Right.
So I don't know if they are instructed to do things differently because it's always where their knees are, yet the ball's far forward, and it's not just, yes, I get when the knee is down, but oh well. 2nd and 7. Now a change in the play creates a shift in the motion. Barbian, handoff, Green, stiff arm number 2, past midfield, inside Muskie territory, down to the 43, 1st down, Warriors. That is a tool that he uses well, that stiff arm. They go low to tackle him. He just puts his hand on the helmet, and the strength that he shows just throwing them down. Only the 9th first down for the Warriors for the game. Only 16 total for the game. Quick throw, right side. Hawkins. He tried that stiff arm trick too. It didn't work as well.
That would have went right into your living room.
Give him 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Again, road games at Eureka and Aurora over the next 2 weeks, and we're back here for Benedictine in 3 weeks. Barbian, all time in the world to throw, rolls right, throws across his body on the run, incomplete. Boy, he had nothing but green grass in front of him. Neely coming back for it. I think Barbian's kind of kicking himself, realizing he had a lot of green in front of him. Everything had cleared out. He had all day to throw. I think he anticipated that backside pressure. It just never came. Great job by the front line. Now it's 3rd and 8. And now you're going to get off. Oh, you had a chance for an offside penalty, and everybody was standing. Play clock down to 2, 1. They get it off. Barbian stepping up, throwing, hits Neely. He's still on his feet. And he takes it down to the 16. First down, Warriors. Landon Neely, the trick of the week. Last week it was Travion Green. This week it's Neely. Taking everything out of the bag you got. You start using what you have. Neely very involved this week. Play action. Barbian all day to throw into the end zone, off the hands of Neely. But again, that front line really giving Barbian a lot of time to throw. Neely 3 for 35 in the game, and that one through his hands. It would have been a tough catch. He had to go up and get it. 2nd and 10 at the 17. Handoff Green into a pack of white jerseys. Really nothing there that time. Credit the front line. John Toledo on the tackle. D tackle from Madison, Illinois. No gain, 3rd and 10. 17-14, our score. 8:50 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Barbian throws. Back shoulder throw and catch. Weidman and a first down. Nope, it's going to be Hawkins. He drove the receiver or the defender into the end zone, and he throw behind him intentionally, back shoulder. Hawkins threw on the brakes, laid down, makes the catch, and it's 1st and goal from the 3. Green flanks left, now slight motion. Empty backfield. Barbian, back to throw. Green dropped it. Great defensive play. I think it was knocked out of his hands. Don't want to say he dropped it when the defender was right there to break it up. Trayvon Roberts. Nice defense right there. Looked like just as Green had his hands on it, they pulled him away. And it's 2nd and goal. 8:15 remaining, 8:17 officially left here in the first half. All of a sudden there was a lull. Everybody went silent. Now the crowd's getting into it. Travion Green into the end zone, waiting for the official call. Touchdown, Warriors! All those players on the field were saying touchdown, no call until the official was able to make the call. He had to come running in. He does make the call, and Travion Green scores from 3 yards out, and the Warriors take a 23-14 lead and look to make it a 10-point game. Arnulfo Ortega on to add to the 23 points. And he does. 24-14. Your Warriors up over the Muskies of Lakeland. You're watching WLCSports.com.
You're watching Warriors football on WLCSports.com.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
Just about set for the kickoff here after that Warrior score. Making it a 10-point game. Travion Green from 3 yards out. High short kick. Into the sun. They recover the... Never caught it. You can see the plan there. They had to look right into the sun to make that catch. And it was not easy.
Got an injured Muskie on the field.
Lakeland will take over 1st and 10 at the 40. Travion Green up to 89 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on 22 carries. Barbie in 13 of 28, 188. The Warrior defense is just doing yeoman work, really shutting down Lakeland. Robbie Michael, 4 of 13 for 16 yards.
Can't ask for more than that from the Warrior defense.
Not at all. 27 attempts rushing, 127 yards, 69 of those coming on that big play. We're just about set here. In motion goes Harris. Michael keeps up the middle. Falls forward for a gain of 8. Second 8, we'll call it 7, 2nd and 3. Michael back to throw. Pass complete, but a flag on the play. We'll see what the call is.
It's like a hold on Lakeland.
That was James Coldren
Tripping
on the catch.
Personal foul, tripping, offense, number 50, 15-yard penalty from the previous.
So Lakeland picks up 9 on that pass play, but the tripping call is going to back it up 15
That's
yards.
a big one.
It's going to make it 2nd and 18. Still within 2-score range, but you can't have that.
No.
But I also think there was free reign on Robbie Michael that caused that tripping. And it was his blind side, so I think it might have been the right play.
Well, the pressure's definitely been there.
Michael,
good protection there.
Now he's got protection. Throws. He's hit as he throws. It is over the outstretched arms of everyone. Everybody came back. Didn't think. I don't think they anticipated Michael getting that down the field the way he did.
He sure held that for a long time, and you can only count on your line to hold for so long.
The wind is at Michael's back. Just the way everybody came back. I don't think they anticipated that ball traveling. That 35 yards falls incomplete. 3rd and 18. Michael steps up, throws again left side, overshot everyone again. It's 4th down. Got a punt here. Or not. Now they're going to punt. It's official, folks. They are punt team is on the field. Ben Garcia trots on. Remember last time was a low snap. Garcia struggled to pick it up. High, short kick. He did get it away. There was no pressure. You could see the return team was on. They just want the ball back. Just going to put it in the hands of Barbian and that Warrior offense. This ball's kicked to Ansek. He takes it, and he's immediately wrapped up. Nowhere to go.
Great coverage by the Muskies.
But the Warriors will take over. 1st and 10. Are they going to mark that at the 41, it looks like? It is. That's Darius Mays on that tackle on the immediate hit. Wanted to give him his credit for that great play.
Ansek came off like, what do you want me to do?
I think they were wanting the fair catch, to be honest. If he had to do it again. Barbian throws right side. Caught. It's far. It's the opposite side of the field. And is Landon Neely, his 4th catch of the afternoon. 2nd and 7 as he picks up 3. Quick pass, right, now left side. Hawkins taken down at midfield. It'll be 3rd and 1. If you're the Warriors, you can do this pretty much the rest of the way.
This is okay. You know, dink and dunk is fine. 3 yards here, 4 yards there. Move the chains, start over.
I think they're
with a 10-point lead. This is the drive you want right here.
11 first downs. Bunch package left. Handoff, Green, behind that bunch, has the first down and more, staying on his feet. Taking it down to the 45. First down, Warriors. Little discussion, I'm sure, about the state of affairs around our country, and I don't think it was anything more than that.
Well, Travion did a nice job back there waiting for the play to develop, waiting for the hole, got it, and ran right through it.
Well, I think going back to your point previously, that they had that jumbo package on that 4th down, and he cut back immediately. This time he went behind that jumbo package and got the first down. 1st and 10 at the 45 of the Muskies. Trips right. Barbian throws right. Caught. Gordon at the 45-yard line. Nope, 40-yard line. The other side of the 40, right between the 39 and the 40. We're going to call it a 6-yard gain and call it 2nd and 4. Nice clock as it approaches 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes now. Play action left side. Hawkins hit again, and down he goes at the 40. Lost a yard.
Emmett's paid his dues today in that wide receiver spot.
And Gordon appears to be down. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching WLCSports.com.
You're watching Warriors football on WLCSports.com.
3rd and 5 as we are coming back live. Got to thank the Whipperman boys for their camera work today. Had some struggles with some of the equipment, but forging ahead, making it work. Drew and James, thank you. Handoff, Mike Dupree.
Good hard running by Dupree.
Picking up 8 and a first down. Another one as the clock continues to tick down.
Love this drive. I love what the Warriors are doing here.
4:25 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Warriors up 24-14. Patience as the clock ticks down to 5 seconds on the play clock. Now they snap. Pass high, too high for everyone. Falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, back-to-back road games over the next 2 weeks and back here in 3 weeks. On October 28th, Halloween weekend. 1 o'clock. We'll go live at 12:30.
First Responders Day, the 28th.
Barbian lets it go. Throw. Caught. Green sliding out of bounds after making the catch. Barbian, just before he was hit, threw it out there where only Green could catch it. Diving, sliding catch. And a first down for the Warriors. And now we've got a Muskie down. Tried to get back to the huddle and unable to. They will stop the clock. And the numbers tell you everything. One number that stands out more than anything, the comparison in the passing yards, 219 to 16. That's a credit to that defense.
16 yards passing for the game? That's tough.
That's great Warrior defense.
That's great defense.
That's great. Credit the defense. They've doubled up the first downs now 14-7. Each team has run the ball 28 times. Lakeland with 134 yards to the Warriors 97.
And again, you can attribute a lot of the lack of passing yards, just that pressure. It's been heavy throughout the afternoon. And Coach Tresky at halftime, as you recall, he said they needed to step up today. We needed them. We needed that defensive line to really play tough and carry us, and they're doing just that.
18 for 34, 219 for Barbian.
Nice day for Bryce.
Got off to a shaky start, kind of overshooting receivers, but since then he's and what's really helped him settle in is getting so much time. He was hit on that last one, but it was after, he had some time. And now we're going to get a procedural penalty, back him up 5 more. So it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Warriors. But I think what we're seeing in this game, more than we've seen, we saw Travion Green move to the backfield last week from his tight end spot. But we're seeing his complete package this week.
For sure.
We've seen him in the backfield. We've seen him on the inside as a tight end. We've seen him on the outside as a receiver. Dupree flanks Barbian. Back to throw. Throws high. Ball's incomplete.
The receiver cut off that route early.
Intended receiver was Neely. 2nd and 15. .324. Almost said 2:34. It's 3:24 left. 3rd quarter. Handoff Dupree. Gets to the outside. Stays on his feet. Charging forward. Nearly got it all back as he picks up 13, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
Nice, tough running by Mike that time.
I think he recognized right away that right side was wide open. And he took off on a full sprint to the outside around his blockers. Basically ignored the blockers, took it to the outside. Looked like a pickup of 13. Nope, not quite. Looks like it's only about 11. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Barbian back to throw. Throws left side. Caught by Green. Down at the 6. See where they officially mark it. But it's going to be 4th down and 1. Offense staying on the field. It is 4th and 1.
I like it.
You're up 10. Why not?
I like it.
Clock ticking. Play clock at 17, 16, 15. So plenty of time. 4th and 1. Take, handoff, Dupree. Nowhere to go.
Great defense by the Muskies.
Lakeland had that play sniffed out immediately, and they're going to take over 1st and 10. 1:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. But they do trail 24-14. Not only was it a great call just on the fact that, hey, you have a chance to step on the throat, but it's also saying something to their defense. It's really saying something about the defense and how strong they've been today, saying, you know what, even if we don't get it, we have faith in you.
Yeah, I like the message that the Coach Tresky's sending here.
1st and 10 at the 10. Harris in motion. Michael keeps. He stays on his feet. Out to the 16-ish. Kubaki on the tackle. Hey, I got one right. 16-yard line. 2nd and 4. Throw right side. Caught. It's going to be a Lakeland 1st down. Just a simple little pitch and catch. A lot of that of what we've seen today from both sides. Again, these teams very similar. Keon Willis on the catch. Michael back to throw. Flushed out, rolls left. Drops it off to Harris. Flag on the play.
Flag down.
See what the call is.
Might be an illegal block.
It's a pickup of 4 at the moment, but everybody's backing up in a white jersey. See what the official call is. Holding's going to back it up 10. 1st and 20. First and 20 for Lakeland.
Oh, yeah.
Michael surveys, looking. Nothing happening as they get the signs from the sideline. Still 15 on the play clock, plenty of time. 40 left in the third quarter. Harris takes a handoff, spins his way out to the 16. So he gets 2 back, and it's 2nd and 18. Might be the last play of the quarter. May try to sneak one in with the wind at their back. Maybe take a shot deep. They will. Michael back to throw. Hits his receiver across the 25 to the 26. As they rush to the line of scrimmage trying to get one more play. Besaw on the catch. That is the quarter. And after 3, your Warriors 24, Lakeland 14. You're watching WLC Sports. Start of the fourth quarter can only mean one thing. It's time for fan cam. There's a look. They look excited, don't they? I think they're just trying to stay warm. As our portable cam is hustling to get there. Stay right there. View of the drum line and fan cam going. Wave high, folks. You're on WLC Sports.
Like it. Guys, look at your old business here.
There, you heard it. You heard Gary say you're all business. Too business-like as Michael fakes the pitch and keeps it. He's past the 50, down to 40, 30, and knocked out of bounds. Robbie Michael, he faked the pitch. Kept the ball and just took off down the sideline in front of the Lakeland bench. And a big gainer for Lakeland, and they are in Warrior territory. Now the handoff to Harris. He stays on his feet. He lost it! Did the Warriors get it? See what the ref, it's right in front of the referee. We'll know in a moment. They're gonna talk about it. First down, Warriors on the fumble. Huge turn of events. As immediately following the big gain, they fumble, and the Warriors take over 1st and 10. What a change. They had the Warriors defense scrambling, and Harris broke a tackle. It was a great job by Geiken. He just wouldn't let go of that arm. He finally did, and Harris stayed on his feet, tried to get to the outside and was hit. He lost it around right around the numerals between the 30 and the 40. And the Warriors recover. And here's Green on the handoff, just biding his time. Keeps moving, takes it all the way out to the 43-yard line. Yeah, we talked about the passing numbers. The rushing numbers are slanted, toward the Lakeland side of things, but the turnover number, that's 3 of them now. And it's so tough to overcome turnovers when you're giving teams more and more opportunities, especially after that big play. Just a huge, huge mistake. And Harris just trying to make things happen. They gave the fumble recovery to Kason McFadden.
Oh, not that McFadden kid.
Here's Green, cutting back, cross midfield, diving forward to the 47, where the Warriors pick up another first down. And now if you're that Warrior front line, you're just laying the lumber, just wearing down that Lakeland defense.
It's literally a 1-2 punch right now. Travion, number 1, Mike Dupree, number 2. Just in and out, between the tackles, pick up first downs, control the line of scrimmage, control the ball. Do you roll the dice here? Or do you just keep? I mean, to me, I like what's working.
Been throwing it so well, and they've been slave throws, trying to hit Gordon. Not there. Barbian keeps it, steps up, throws, incomplete. Threw it toward Hawkins. Closest receiver was actually DB, and it went through his hands. Falling incomplete, second down. Had that been intercepted, that would have worked as a punt, similar to what we saw early in the first half. I mean, that would have been a catch at about the 21, so would have acted as a punt. A little demoralizing, but didn't happen. Doesn't matter. 2nd and 10. 12:57 remaining here at Robbie Stadium. Handoff. Dupree cuts right, cuts back left. Taken down at the 44. Call it a gain of 4, 3rd and 6.
I don't know who 76 for the Warriors is, Ed, but just he blocked all the way through to the whistle, didn't stop.
We've seen a few of those. It's been a little frustrating. That's Eric Rodriguez, who Coach talked about. You know, we've seen teams get frustrated by that, but that's how you're taught.
Yes,
you
for
play
sure.
Until you hear that
you
whistle.
betcha.
And defensive players get frustrated by that, but Rodriguez has been, you know, he's just been a man among boys the last few weeks. Opening holes, swing pass, and he overshot him.
Led Travion a little too much.
See what they decide to do. Coach Tresky, hands on hip, trying to think it over. He's going for it.
Of course he is.
The gambler going to keep everybody out there. Put the hands on the hip. He's like, well, let's quick think about this. I like it. I mean, your defense has really done the job.
I do too. I do too.
The quick kick.
Quick kick. Good call.
And it goes out of bounds right at about the 19. And it is right at the 19. 1st and 10.
I mean, I don't know that I would put Bryce on the punt team, but you know, he got the job done.
I think it was really well executed. I mean, yeah, we like to see the gambler side of things.
We do.
Know, as we sit up here.
We
but,
do. Yeah, easy for us up here.
Right.
Just go for it.
I think that was the
go
right
for
call.
it every time.
I think, yeah. As we, you know, I was trying to sell going for it. I was thinking, it's only a 10-point game, and they've had a couple of big plays. So, but the defense has definitely stepped up today for the 2nd week in a row. And 12:02 remaining, Lakeland takes over. 1st and 10 at their own 19. Of course, they put it at the 20.
Right.
Michael throws, caught, staying on his feet and picking up a couple extra yards is Keon Willis.
He's shaking up. Willis is.
Yeah, he's pouncing back up. Trying to bounce it off. 1st and 10 as he picked up 10. He's good. He says, I can stay. First and 10 Lakeland. He does come off the field. Kyle Kubaki taking a break here as Dante Harris replaces him. Now we've got procedural. Can't do that. We're going to back him up 5 more. 1st and 15.
We've seen this from Lakeland a few times here. I mean, it's hard enough on 1st and 10, but you know they've started several drives in the hole on penalties. A lot of them pre-snap penalties too, which are just
killers.
They're just killers.
Yeah, you're right. You are right. They have really shot themselves in the foot quite a few times. With that type of play where there's really nothing happening and yet you got people moving. Crowd getting into it, stomping. Handoff up the middle. Boy, Geiken has just been everywhere, refusing to allow anything to happen as Harris gets involved. It's like, well, I'm going to play. I'm going to get in the middle of this. Is Dante part of that tackle? You hear the coaching staff just opposite us. They go quick. Michael throws. Picked off Chris Cooper. Gary, I swear to you, I was going to say I'm waiting for a Chris Cooper pick 2 plays ago.
Coop does it again.
And he does come through yet again as he's bouncing on the sideline. It's another turnover. And the Warriors take over. So the penalty leads to a turnover, which leads to a Warrior football. 1st and 10 at the 39. Honestly, I looked right at Cooper 2 plays ago, and I was like, waiting. I was going to say he's going to come up with a pick here, make a play, because we hadn't said his name all game.
Right.
Like they're staying away from him. Well, Chris Cooper coming through. Coop, I honestly thought it. Now you'll see a heavy dose of 1 and 2. Right side, Green. That's coming back as we have a hold. That one was pretty cut and dry. Now we have another flag come flying in. Let's see what we've got here. A lot of laundry out there. See what they go with. They discuss. The hold was pretty cut and dry, right in front of us.
Holding. Offense. Number 77. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat second down. After the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Offense.
Ooh.
Number 88. 15-yard penalty from
That's going to be a double doozy. You have the 10-yard penalty from the spot. Looked like they're going to give a 3-yard gain and then the 10-yard penalty. That'll make it 2nd and 17, and then 5 more after that. Going to make it 2nd and 32. That's a lot.
That's a hike.
Can't get it all back in one. Just kind of chip away. See what you can do with it. They're still moving.
number 88. First unsportsmanlike conduct penalty of the game. On the spot.
So it was from the 36. So that's 14, 11. Yeah, they did it right. They've got it in the right spot. So
Chris Cooper Sr. checking in, by the way. He said, my son told you.
yeah, he did. Best hair in the game. And it's first down, so we're going to repeat first down first and a long way to go. But now you got a chance to just chip away at it. They give it to Green. We'll get a few. Just keep chipping away at it and then put yourself in position. Hey, he picks up 6. Second down. And 21. Correction. More than that. 10. Yeah. 11. 21. Whatever. Long way to go yet. Barbian back to throw. Little swing pass. Green goes up high to catch it. Up the left sideline. Cuts back. Gets to the 47. Making it a more manageable 3rd and about 16 or 17.
And you guys may notice the sideline camera. It's going to be shaky because it's literally a dude, carrying the camera around. So, I mean, you're going to have that. But, the trade-off is, I mean, you get to see the kids up close and personal, especially the Warrior kids. So, I mean, I think most of our fans are willing to accept that. That's just kind of part of the trade-off of the broadcast.
10 minutes exactly. And now ticking under as the Warriors check the sidelines for Coach Tresky's signs. Barbian back to throw. Looking, steps up, and right through the hands of the defender. Wow, that could have been all around ugly as it went through the hands of Jason Wilder, the senior from Milwaukee. Punt unit coming onto the field. Drew Mears with the wind at his back. Did have one blocked earlier in this game.
The field position game, I got to believe the Warriors are winning that one.
Mears gets it away and high, short, nicely done. Inside the 20, caught at the 15. Great execution by Mears. Lakeland to take over, 1st and 10. 9:38 remaining. Running out of time. Not only are the Warriors an enemy right now, but that clock ticking down. If you're Lakeland, something's got to give if you're going to get back in this game, and you got to make it happen soon.
Willie, we're always looking for volunteers. You're more than welcome to come join us.
Road producer?
He said we need to do something with the cameraman. We're always looking for help. Come on over.
Come on, come on, join us. You'd find we're really not good at anything. Pass. Picked up
again.
Cooper.
Coop. for Coop.
He doesn't want to give up the football. He's like, I'll take this one with us.
Coop's getting mobbed.
Back-to-back Lakeland plays end up being interceptions by Chris Cooper. And Warriors take over. Well, they're trying to make something happen. You know, you've been running the ball so well. You've had 2 big runs, and you keep throwing it.
There's Coop.
Interesting.
Put the crown on him.
Sometimes I think coaches outthink themselves. Barbian takes hands. Green up the middle, still on his feet. Cuts back inside the 25-yard line down to the 23.
Thank you, Coop. Appreciate you, buddy.
16-yard run and a first down. And that front line is just wearing down Lakeland. 9:15 remaining.
We may have to get Coop up here afterwards real quick. I may go see if I can grab him, get him up here. Or we can do something down on the field with him. Yeah, I'll get on the field. We'll talk to him after the game.
Barbian letting the play clock tick down. Takes a snap, hands it Green. Goes right, looking, and taken down. Really nowhere to go on that one. Chris Cooper, number 34 on that defensive side of things, a senior from Milwaukee, went to U school.
Yeah, Cooper turning into Travis Hunter. Isn't that the truth? Like, Travis Hunter's a talent. Whew.
Amen. 2nd and 12. Handoff, Green left side. Cuts back. Still on his feet, down to the 14-yard line.
Great hard running by Travion.
Just short. They mark him at the 15. It's 3rd and 1. I feel like if they ran a bootleg, I think Barbier could run all the way from here to Kenosha.
At least Cudahy.
They're really going hard after Green. And I think that's why he's picking up these extra yards. Everybody's over pursuing. And then you put the cutback motion of Green in play. Barbian back to throw. Rolls left, throws into the ground. He was out of the pocket, throw it into the ground. Smart play right there. That's a good veteran move by your quarterback.
Great pressure, 95. I'm not sure who that is for Lakeland.
See if we can dig that up, give the props. That's Prince Jackson, the freshman D lineman from the School of Languages. Just a couple blocks away
MSL
from
kid.
here. Yeah,
Like it.
Just a couple blocks away. 4th and 1. Offense stays on the field. Handoff, Green.
Good defense.
That's the 3rd time today on 4th and short they've tried that run game, and it hasn't resulted in anything for the Warriors, and now they turn it over. 7-11 left. I mean, you can't keep relying on Chris Cooper for everything, can you? Maybe.
Why not? Working so far.
24-14, your Warriors up 10. It's been the game by this defense that's really done the job. Pitching a shutout here in the second half.
A hat trick for Coop. It's coming. A little bit.
You think they're going to dare throw that side? Nope, Michael keeps. And he's wrapped up immediately. He tried to escape, but he could not. Give the tackle to Carter Schneider. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Handoff. Beverly. He picks up 2 more. It'll be 3rd and 6.
Well, you'd think that would be there, wouldn't you? I mean, 2nd and 8, 6.5 to go. You'd think, maybe some cover 2 and you get some running room, but just no dice.
Picked up 3, 3rd and 5. Not quite 4-down territory. Handoff and immediately met in the backfield. Cade Geiken. Beverly with nowhere to go because the minute he took the snap, Geiken was riding him. His number went from 1 to 60. As Geiken was right on him. 4th down. And going for it in quotes. May get that quick kick. Still time. Nope, they're going for it. Michael rolls right.
Nowhere to go.
Taken down in the backfield. Savon Goodwin.
Savon, what a play.
And a Warrior down. The initial grab by whoever's down, and I think that might be Kubaki. He initially grabbed Michael.
Guess who else was there? Handwork again.
Michael was able to get away from what I believe to be Kyle Kubaki.
Oh, boy.
But then Savon was right there to wrap him up.
Yeah, McFadden agree that the Warrior D-line is they're legit, man. No doubt about it. And you get the centerpiece of it on the field right now, Kyle Kubaki.
5:51 left. We'll take a break. You're watching WLC Sports.
You're watching Warriors football on WLCSports.com.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
Back live. Like we said, it was Kubaki and Chris Cooper doing everything. Now he's helping Kubaki off the field.
Coop is everywhere, man.
So he's got 2 interceptions and a save. Warriors football, 1st and 10. Kubaki able to walk with a little help. So hopefully it's nothing major. Take him into the 10. He's trying to walk it off now by himself. Back to throw is Barbian. Swings it to Green. Right side. Taken down at the 8. Picks up 3.
Well, you're just looking for the knockout punch here now.
5:30 remaining in this one. Play clock ticking down to 15. Offense taking its time. Let the game clock keep rolling. I think that pass was just to keep the defense honest. This will probably be a Green run. It is. To the right, cuts back left. On his feet. Blow it dead around the 13. Correction, the 7. They're well past the 13. Let's see where they mark it. It'll be the 8. 3rd down, and they can get a first at about the 2. So 3rd and 6. Tick, 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 tick. Clock's their friend right now.
Play clock at 4.
Turn, handoff, Green. Inside the 5, into the end zone, and a Warrior touchdown! And that was that knockout punch. And as I say that, Kyle Kubacki is running down the sideline, showing the trainer I can still go. So he appears to be okay. And the knockout punch comes with 4:11 left. And a defense that has shut out the Muskies now has a 16, looking to make it 17-point lead. Arnulfo Ortega is good. And our score, with 4:11 left, your Warriors 31, Lakeland 14. You're watching WLC Sports.
You're watching Warriors football on WLCsports.com.
(31-14) our score. And as much as we've talked about this offense and all the playmakers, give it up to that O-line. Amari Burks, Jack Brown, Marshall Palmer, Eric Rodriguez, and Christopher Orr Jr. They have done the job today. That front line has been dominating. Marshall Palmer, the leader in the middle. Making sure everything up front is smooth, and these kids are young. Sophomore, freshman, junior, freshman.
That's a good foundation.
Yeah, it is. Doing their job. Second week in a row, they've really, really dug deep and shown what they are and who they can be as a unit. 52 points last week, 31 this week. Offense starting to come together. Some home cooking doing the job. Now the defense can just pin back their ears and go. Michael. Oh. That one's going to be in the dreams or the nightmares, however you want to look at it, of Nathan Nevad. Right, it hit him right between the numbers. Well, you know what they say about DBs. Just kidding, Nathan. He's going to be upset by that one. He's going to wake up in a cold sweat. Delayed blitz, now they got him. They sent handwork late, but Dante Harris in for Kubacki, gets into the backfield.
Next man up, baby.
Yep. I think a smart decision. I can't tell you Kubacki was running the sidelines, and I think they're just being cautious wisely when you're up 17. And I think Dante Harris just showed, hey, no worries, Kyle, I got it. 3rd and long, quick screen left side. And wrapped up and knocked out of bounds. Colby Cohen, nowhere to go. He picks up 3, and it's 4th down.
Every yard. I mean, the Warriors are contesting every yard in this game.
They just look faster. And you can't always say that. We go back to that week 1, they seemed a bit, but that's a very, very good football team they played week 1.
Yeah.
That's
Lake Forest,
also, right. And it was a team that's made up of all juniors and seniors. Double pump, throwing deep. Throw, broken up. And falling incomplete. They tried the double move, but the coverage was there. And Xavion Allen breaks it up. Warriors to take over. And that'll wrap this one up with 2:53 remaining. Now back to that Lake Forest opening day. You're talking about a team that's been together, made up of the Sixers. They talked about the Sixers they have. Players that have been in the program for 6 years, getting the extra year with the COVID plus your red shirt. They were talking about being a team of Sixers. And that showed that opening week. Since then, this Warrior team has really shown their youth, but their team speed and ability.
Look at the first dude out, Marshall Palmer.
Oh, he just wants to play football. Trey Thomas in. We're going to start calling him Mariano Rivera. He's the closer.
Oh, a flag right away. 2 flags.
Yeah, that's going to be a delay, I'm sure.
By the way, McFadden, you're right on. And Ed, I know you'll appreciate this. Can't forget the X Factor Parbs on the coaching staff.
Well, you know how I feel about him.
Yeah.
Saw him as a little tyke.
Yeah. He's a horse.
I got to see him when he was just a colt. I was his teacher way back in the day. So he holds a special place in my heart. 1st and 15, the call here. But plenty of kudos to go around this week. And the Warriors going to take a 2-game winning streak into next week's action against Eureka.
Back on the road they go.
2 weeks on the road, 3 weeks, they're right back here. First responders afternoon. Thomas hands to Dupree. Makes 1 tackle miss, but not the second one as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Clock ticking. 2.5 remaining.
George Soto giving WLC some love. Lakeland fan.
Faith and Family afternoon. Going to be celebrated with a victory. And moving to 2-4. That 4-0 start right now is a distant memory. The way the Warriors have hung tough and come together. 5 on the play clock. Thomas right at the 0. Nicely done. Throws left side. Neely trying to break free. He's going to go backward a couple yards. And it'll be 3rd down. 1:50 remaining.
Stick around. I'm going to see if I can get Coop. I'm going to see if I can get Coop on the broadcast. I'm going to head down there. So appreciate you guys today. Thanks for bearing with us. I know we had some camera issues, but hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast today.
Gary's going to head down to the field, try to grab Chris Cooper, get a post-game interview with him. Talk about the Warrior victory. 1 on the play clock, snapped at the buzzer. Dupree, right side, cuts it back. Taken down around the 16, 17-yard line. 4th down as the clock ticks. And now we have a flag on the play. Probably some extracurricular love there. I think they're discussing one likes really warm weather, one likes colder weather. See what the verdict is.
We have 2 fouls on the play, 1 on each team. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 4. Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense, number 21. Those penalties offset. Result of the play, 4th down. That is both of those players' first foul for unsportsmanlike conduct in the game.
Will, you're right. The unsung heroes. Everybody forgets about the group in orange. Props to them. It is 4th down and 7. The offense stays out there. Offsetting penalties. Clock running now as they blow it into play. Under a minute, 20 on the play clock. They can hold this till about 40 seconds if they want. And they'll take a delay penalty or a timeout. Take it at 1 second. Take that timeout. See if they send out the field goal unit or if they're just going to stay with it. See what they decide. Timeout on the field. We'll let you go inside that grouping right there, that huddle.
Premier supplier, luxury kitchen, bathroom products.
Again, if you're sitting at home watching this one, you can see the bright sunshine that is been here all afternoon. And in the background, the leaves changing. But very different from last week where, again, on the field it was 90 degrees. Today, sitting around 50 degrees. Massive change. But if you heard our halftime interview with Jared Garcia, the Warrior of the Week from San Antonio, Texas, he said, I like this. I don't like sweating before I even get in the car. It's a valid point. I prefer warmth. I don't know, Jared. I don't sweat, so I'm okay with it. They're going to bring on the field goal unit. Ortega lining up. Long snapper. Elijah Chevy. Holder. Jake Ansett. Got it. Ball down. Kick is up. Ortega. Good. And the capper on this Warrior victory. A field goal from Marnolfo Ortega. And our score with 37 seconds remaining, your Warriors 34, Lakeland 14. Stick around. We're going to get a quick interview with Chris Cooper at the conclusion of this one.
Offside, defense, number 34.
Defense was offside. They decline it. Take those points. Let's just finish it off and move on. George Soto sending some love for the El Paso contingent. So the Warriors going to move to 2-4 on the season. Just a great team effort. Not quite as pretty as last week's, but you'll take it. But a credit to this defense, 47 yards passing by the defensive back and front. The Warrior defense, 47 yards. 33 seconds left. Just looking to conclude everything. Yeah, we talk about the 47 yards passing. They did have 165 on the ground. $212 total yards for the Muskie offense. As they run it. Keep that ball moving. As the clock ticks, 15 seconds left. 4 turnovers by this defense. Can't say enough about the group on the opposite side of the ball. And this will conclude it. And the Warriors will move to 2-4 with that 34-14 win over Lakeland. Stick around. We're going to try to send it down to Gary immediately. As they go through the handshake line, and we'll send it down to Gary for an interview with Chris Cooper. And that defense, got to interview somebody from that defense after today's effort. 4 turnovers, holding them to 215 total yards. Just a fantastic job. Thank you so much for joining us, those of you dropping off. We appreciate you being a part of this. There are hiccups, and we apologize about those, and we always try to do better. And we will do better. but we appreciate you sticking with us. 2 weeks in a row we've been here, and 2 weeks in a row we've come through with some victories. We hope to keep that trend alive. Hopefully the Warriors can go on the road and be road warriors and come back with a couple more victories, even that record at 4-4. See what we can do with those 2 home games left. But first you got to go to Eureka next week, come back with a victory. 1 p.m. kickoff as the players are starting to mill around. I know Gary talked to Coop. He's still on the line, shaking some hands. Now he's making his way over. I can see him. I'm going to get him on screen just in a moment. There he is. Again, 2 programs that know each other inside and out. A lot of good friends out there, and you can see this by the gathering of both teams. Coach Tresky's going to lead them in prayer. Just a well-played game. Sloppy at times, but that second half, that defense came alive and would not allow anything to happen. Had a couple of big plays, 2 big runs, a 69-yard run by Jatron Beverly and a 46-yard run by Robbie Michael. You take, I mean, obviously you cannot take those plays away, but you think about those 2 plays, you take them out, they couldn't do anything offensively. It was those 2 plays, and that was it. Warrior defense coming away with 4 turnovers, scoring 4 times in their 6 red zone chances. Just a dominating 403 on the offensive side of things. 403 yards total, that is. First down, 17-10. Just all the numbers favoring Wisconsin Lutheran this week. And that's how you come away with a 20-point victory. As Coach Tresky is leading them in prayer. Crowd filing out, giving you a live look at the prayer Coach Tresky's leading. Again, these 2 groups really know each other well. You saw it in the plays. You could see there was nothing that each other didn't know. There we go. We're going to send it down to Gary.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you like the AARP? You might not even have insurance.
Who's this?
It's my best friend.
Oh.
His name's Riley. Just hanging out with me.
All right, nice.
We'll send it down to Gary with Chris Cooper on the defensive side of things for the Warriors.
Here with Chris Cooper from WLC. Coop, defense unbelievably under 50 yards passing allowed, 4 turnovers and 2 interceptions for you. How's it feel?
Immaculate, great. Our defense just showed up how we prepped and planned all week, so I can't ask for nothing better. All 10 guys, all 11 of us out there just did what we had to do.
2 big wins in a row now for you guys. You feel like maybe you got some momentum going and kind of get things on track here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's all about stacking and getting 1% better, and every single week we just exponentially grow, so I love it. I'm happy.
Your pops was commenting on the live stream a lot, saying, "My son told you he's going to get some picks today."
Yeah. Hey, I'm glad he was watching at home. You know, it's amazing just to be able to see whether they're here, whether they're away at home. Doesn't matter where it is. They're able to comment. I love it. I'm happy.
Do you guys feel defensively that you kind of set the tone for this team? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, defense wins championships. So as long as our defense keeps getting better, we keep getting our offense in great position and let them do what they do. It allows them to free flow play and no pressure on them to try to score a whole bunch of points because they know we're going to do our job. It just allows all 3 levels, allows us to do what we got to do.
Chris Cooper, big game today. 2 interceptions in WLC's 34-14 win over Lakeland.
There you have it. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Chris Cooper, for joining us. That's going to be it from Robbie Stadium, where your Warriors come away victorious, 34-14. Join us again 3 weeks. We'll be back here for the home game. Good luck on the road, Warriors. Come back with a couple victories. Let's make a playoff push. You've been watching WLC Sports. For Gary Whipperman, Drew Whipperman, James Whipperman, I'm Ed Rowie. We'll see you again in 3 weeks. You've been watching Warrior Sports right here on WLC Sports.